The difference between training for strength and training for hypertrophy isn't simply about lifting heavier weights versus lifting light weights. The exercise can be exactly the same. What changes is how we program and execute it. If I'm using the dumbbell bench press primarily to build strength, I'm going to use heavier weight and generally work within a lower rep range, usually somewhere around 3 to 6 repetitions. Every rep is performed with maximum intent. That doesn't mean you should launch the dumbbells off your chest with all the power that you've got, but still try to produce enough force to move the weight that you're lifting with intent. I'll also take longer rest periods, potentially 3 to 5 minutes, because the goal isn't to create as much fatigue as possible. The goal is to recover. It's to maintain technique and produce a high level of force again on the next set. If I'm using the same exercise to prioritize hypertrophy, which is muscle mass, the objective changes. I'll generally use a more moderate load, perform more repetitions, and take the set closer to muscular failure. I want a stable setup, a controlled lowering phase, and a range of motion that keeps the target muscles working effectively. I would also use a shorter rest period, usually somewhere around 1 to 2 minutes, as this gives greater signaling for growth. The push or concentric phase will look very similar to that of strength. I'm still trying to accelerate the weight on the way up. As fatigue builds, the repetitions will naturally slow down, even though the intent remains the same. That's important because in strength, our aim isn't to get to that level of fatigue, as we want to maximize output with more load. But for hypertrophy, this level of muscular fatigue gives us a far greater signaling for adaptation, which by the way means producing more muscle mass. For strength, we're developing the ability to produce maximum force against heavier loads. For hypertrophy, we're accumulating enough high tension repetitions close enough to failure to create a stronger stimulus for growth. There's a lot of crossover between the two. Heavy training can build muscle and hypertrophy training can improve your strength. But if you want to maximize a specific adaptation, whether that be building muscle or specifically growing your strength, your load, repetitions, rest periods, and overall programming need to reflect that goal. Don't just choose an exercise randomly. Understand what you're trying to achieve with it.